Hey everyone, Scott Cunningham, aka Scottsy Business. Today I want to talk to you guys about live streaming on blockchain technologies. And the reason I wanted to touch on this is because a lot of different platforms on blockchain or crypto monetized platforms, they don't address live streaming. It might be an issue with use of the blockchain. It's a lot of different things, right? The platforms that do offer live streaming, from what I've seen, do not really offer a reliable blockchain solution. Okay. And the two that I will unfortunately for the users on those platforms, I will single out DLive and Theta. Theta.tv is an awful platform for live streaming because, as someone who's earning on the platform, unless you're a partner and you've earned like a crazy amount and you've gotten verified and approved and all that stuff, then you can earn money and get it out directly. I've only seen a couple people who have actually been able to do that, who have mentioned that. Otherwise, everyone else on the platform who puts in money or earns it cannot withdraw that money. A lot of people from that community, from Theta, would say to me, "Oh, but you haven't researched enough. You haven't really looked into enough. Oh, you must feel really silly. The price has gone way up." I never said anything about the price. I never said anything about Theta, the blockchain, being, not well valued, or it's not going to go up in value, or it's not doing good, or they don't have partnerships. Never said anything like that. All I said was Theta.tv and all their other platforms that really exist on there, they don't do much. They're not very widely used or appreciated. And the people who are using them are not getting much out of it, right? It's very, very simple. Can you withdraw your funds? No. That's all you need to know. Or even more simply, is it challenging? Yes. DLive. You can withdraw your funds on DLive. It's just extremely challenging to do. I've already made several videos on this, but part of what I wanted to update today was DLive, in my opinion, the main, allure was PewDiePie exclusively live streaming. That meant that way more people were going to be on this platform, which would then allow creators to get way more visibility because there's also so few creators. Well, he was on there for a while. People joined. They used the platform. He's gone now. Probably realized how awful it is. Or maybe he just had a little promo contract and it ran out. Either way, they've got way less visibility now, way less pull, way less reason for you to go on DLive and then maybe go and look at some other people while you're there because you're not watching PewDiePie. So, and again, I think he left because he realized it wasn't very good. And probably a lot of the metrics coming from DLive, I think, are inflated. And I'll give you a perfect example. Because they have a lot of restrictions and requirements around withdrawals. One of the requirements is that you've streamed for 80 hours, 3 days and 8 hours worth of streaming. What that means is if anyone puts in money and doesn't realize that this is the case, they are now going to turn on a stream and let it stream for 80 hours. Anyone would do that if you had money on the line. If I'm putting down, a $50 or $100 and then realizing after, oh, this isn't my money anymore unless I stream for 80 hours, then I'm just going to turn on my webcam, block it like that and just leave it on for 80 hours. Let it run for 80 hours. That's not very useful for anyone. That's also massively manipulating their metrics because now it's like, say they had 1 million people who were streaming regularly, and then randomly for 3 days, you've got 50 million people streaming. It's like, wow, that's so impressive. No, those people just want to take out their money. It's very simple. But obviously it's not going to all appear at the same time. So It won't be super obvious and you won't have crazy spikes like that. But it should be obvious to people how sketchy that is, right? They also have a lot of other requirements too to make it fun and hard to get your money. 4,250 is the minimum withdrawal. So that's quite a bit. I believe the last time I checked the value, that's like $30 or $40, something like that. It's gone up. So I wouldn't be too trusting of that. They've switched it from Lino points to lemons, but lemons are supposed to represent like Tron or BTT. But the only way to actually transfer that again is with all these requirements. So, you could also buy the lemons with a credit card at any age, but to actually withdraw them again, you have to be 16. How do they know? You have to have a driver's license as well and KYC verify. So they've got hurdles upon hurdles, and they make it as challenging as possible. And you have to give them all this information, and it's just not very feasible, right? I don't see many people talking about DLive and how they're earning a bunch of money. They also made it so that you can't even just post videos. You previously could, but now you can't even post videos unless you've live streamed a certain amount and done all this other stuff as well. So even for people who might want to just take advantage of the platform and use it and not do live streaming, you can't do that either. So they keep putting up all of these roadblocks and making it just so challenging for people to use the platform and specifically to withdraw their funds that I could never recommend that. And it's really unfortunate because DLive could have been good, Theta could have been good, but they've got all these sketchy things in place. And it seems even more apparent when people keep telling me, oh no, the platform is just, got problems, but the actual network is great and the blockchain is great and it's so valuable, it's so good. It's like, if that's the case, then just put some pressure on them to fix the platform so this isn't a problem. When I go on a platform and I say, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, I'm not making up problems, right? These are problems. And if you cared about the platform, you wouldn't attack me for pointing out facts. You would turn to the platform and you say, this is a great point. Can we fix this? It's as simple as that. On Library, I see issues. I make note of them. I share it. I tell the staff. I'm not on there to just be some diehard fan and ride it to the ground. I want it to be a good platform, so I will push for good reform and have them actually progress in a good way, not just try to. It almost seems like they're like trying to scam people into using the platform, because then it helps them, because the more people that lock in their Theta or money in general into these platforms, the less likely they're actually going to ever get that money out. And that's going to go to content creators and the platform, and it might not be taken out at all. It might just exist in the platform. And then again, that's still basically like the platform has it, because once it goes into the platform and you've got lemons and you've got, your Theta points or whatever, or T-Fuel, but it's not really that, because when it's on Theta, you can't withdraw it. At least on DLive, you can withdraw it. But the thing to note is how they represent it on the actual platform as a different currency. So on DLive, it's called lemons. Why is it called lemons? Because it's not a real currency. It's not a real cryptocurrency. It's only a real cryptocurrency once you can withdraw it. And how easy that actually is, well, very few people who are going to use these platforms are actually going to get their money out in crypto. So what's really on the platform is just like a little point system. It's not really cryptocurrency. It's just a point system, because if it was real cryptocurrency, you would have control of it. And yeah, it's as simple as that, right? If it's your crypto, you're controlling it. You control where it goes, how it's used. Otherwise, it's not your crypto, and thus you don't have any funds on the platform. You got points on the platform that maybe, if approved, you could maybe get crypto for. But again, even if there are people who are getting their crypto out, that's not really that big of a deal. that's like the tiniest percentage of people who will ever earn enough or bother with all the KYC and all that stuff. So what's really happening is a lot of these platforms are just sucks for money, and they're just taking all that money and keeping it for themselves. You're never going to try and get that money out. This is just an easy way for them to get all this money. I'm not surprised that Theta has gone up a lot in value with this weird, sketchy model of them taking all the people's money who goes on this platform. I'm not surprised they were able to make a good amount of money. So it's unsurprising when people from the platform come out and say, well, you clearly just don't like the platform, or, look at how good the value is. You were clearly wrong. No, I was unsurprised to see the value go up. I'm sure if you're siphoning all this money out of people who are falling for this platform, that's probably a great way to make money. Not sustainable, but it's a great way to get a bunch of money out of it. So, those are my thoughts. If you want a good blockchain-esque live streaming platform, Float doesn't host it on the blockchain, but Float allows you to receive super chats in Bitcoin, and you get 100% of the donation. All the donations you get on Float in general, you get 100% of. They're not taking like a cut or anything. So I think that is a very good way to do it. When people donate, you get the money. That's it, right? It's as simple as that. You're not going to earn rewards and then share them. So it is a different model. But I would like to see a live streaming platform that actually does that. It's like something similar to DLive and Theta, but not with a sketchy, tons of red tape all over it, and actually lets you actually withdraw your funds and have control of your funds. I think that would be an amazing solution, and that void is yet to be filled. I've also yet to see a very good podcast solution for crypto. So those are two spots, platforms, spaces that still need to be filled and don't really have much competition. So I would say there's a lot of opportunity there. Anyways, though, I think this was just a relevant piece of news to let people know about PewDiePie. I mean, he did leave DLive a few weeks back. I'm sort of just catching up on a bunch of news. I've been, off at the cottage and kind of taking a bit of a break. So now I want to get back into the habit of making videos every day. So I wanted to catch up on, all the stuff that I missed. So I hope this was a good overview for people who are still confused about, some stuff that I said for DLive or Theta. I have other videos. I will link them in the description so you can check that out, where I go more in depth for each platform. Again, I'm sure people from those platforms are not going to be happy with this, as they usually have not been. They say things like, this doesn't age well, the value went way up, you were really wrong about this. The only thing that matters is if you can withdraw your funds. Until then, everything else is a moot point. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. What are your thoughts on live streaming on blockchain or crypto monetized platforms? Where do you live stream? And where's your favorite place to watch live streams specifically for blockchain or otherwise? Feel free to just leave a comment below and share where you like to go and maybe why. Thanks for watching this video to the very end. Since you did, make sure to give it a like and comment hashtag #1ham in the comments below, so that way I know that you watched the whole video. Also, please subscribe to this channel and feel free to follow me anywhere under @ScottCBusiness. I'm basically on every platform. You can also share this with someone else who might gain value from it, and that would be very helpful and impactful to helping my channel grow as well. If you'd like to support me more directly, you can also donate to scottcbusiness.eth or scottcbusiness.crypto listed below. Thank you so much for your support and for watching this video. I'm Scott Cunningham, aka ScottCBusiness, signing off. Cheers.